were driving down the road and a lady flagged us down and said, your tire is smoking, as she yelled from her window to our window on the highway. And so here we are pulled over, trying to call a tow truck to figure out what is going on. 2 hours later, and we are still sitting here on the side of the road trying to figure out what the heck to do. All right, so we've been sitting here for 2 hours, calling like 30 different numbers, trying to figure out what the heck to do here. No one's available, of course, it's a Friday night, blah, 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 all the roadside assistance, no one can come. So I think we finally got someone who's gonna come out here and hopefully be able to fix it. So we will see what happens. This won't be our campsite for the night. Just kidding, we wouldn't stay here. These cars come flying by, no. But someone is on their way out, so hopefully they'll get it fixed and then we can be on our way. We'll see. We got it off. They're trying to clean it, see if they have the parts to put it back on again. So, there you go. Alright, there you go. Hopefully step 2 will work out. Alright, here's the update. There it is. Yep.
Everything's off.
Everything's off.
He's got the parts he needs to go bring to the store and see if they have the new replacement stuff.
Hopefully they have the new replacement
But of course,
stuff.
It's the travel trailer, it's not a car, so who knows? They're just auto parts store down the road, so he's going to check it out. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get back on the road in the next few minutes.
Yep. Here, we'll show you guys. We'll show you guys what's going on.
Alright, so tire came off. Tire's in good shape. Rim's all good. They jacked it up, and first they had to like pry out the outer bearing. So that thing is totally smashed to bits. That's supposed to be a flat washer. That was like melted and jammed in there. But luckily they were able to get the nut off of the spindle here. They said the spindle looks pretty good. There's some scratches and gouges here, but he thought it should be okay. They took the drum with them because the drum had some damage on it too. So they're gonna go check it out to see if they can get a drum at the auto parts store, and then the bearings and all that. So they brought the inside bearing, the inner bearing. He thought that looked good. He had to clean it up, make sure it was all good, but we'll see. The Advance Auto is about 5 minutes from here, so they should be back soon. It's 8:35. We'll see.
All right, so you know people wonder when you're traveling full time and this happens, you get stuck on the side of the road. So yeah, this is the 4th time this has happened to us in the 6 years that we've been on the road. So one of our friends said, well, that's less than once a year you're averaging. I said, yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, so this happens. We spent about 2 hours trying to call all sorts of different places to come out and fix it. So that can be a challenge that we could have, like the Good Sam roadside assistance, we don't have. Maybe we should, I don't know. But we couldn't get it towed anywhere because the bearing was busted and the trailer is too heavy and big to put on a flatbed. So there was no way for them to tow it. So someone basically had to come out here and do this. Or if worse came to worse, they said they could take like one tire off and you like limp it somewhere. I don't know. But so the best solution was to have someone come out and fix it. And the last time it happened, it was in one of our drivables, the Class C. So they were able to just hook that up and tow it. Whole nother story. Me and the kids were in the back of the RV while they were towing it. Yeah, probably wasn't safe. But we got to the place that they could fix it. So that was when it happened the one time. The other time it happened, we actually just were able to leave it at an apartment building that we pulled over to on the side of the road. And the other time we were able to actually drive it into a parts store and get it fixed ourselves, which was good. But yeah, so anyways, if this happens while you're on the side of the road, it's good to know what numbers to call. Craig and I fought for about 5 minutes before we remembered what numbers we should try to call. Then even after we tried to call the numbers, they were the wrong ones. We didn't have roadside, like whatever. We're not very good at having that stuff all in place. If you want to be really on top of it, make sure you know if you have roadside assistance, you know what they can do, you have the number easily accessible, you make sure it's not expired. We got a year of roadside assistance from Good Sam when we bought this, and that year expired almost exactly a month ago. And it's probably sitting in our mail back at Craig's parents that we're going to get sent at the next campground that's telling us to renew it. Or maybe it was in the last one, we just ignored it. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, there is roadside assistance that you can get. If you can't, this guy that came out, he told us it was going to cost $120. We'll see once he buys the parts what it is. We had another quote from someone else that was like going to be like $400 just for him to come out. I was like, no. And he's like, well, if we don't have the part, then there's nothing we can do, but you still get charged the $400. I was like, well, let me tell you what tires I have. Tell me if you got the part. I told him. He's like, well, I don't think we'd have it. Why would you check that first? So anyways, there's just a lot of phone calls and figuring things out, but eventually you get something figured out. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if we're gonna still be able to get this off to the side of the road tonight or not, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Keep you posted. All right, so we got it fixed. Only 6 hours later. So hopefully we can drive the next hour and it'll be all good and we will get to our campground. But I think the campground might be closed. We might not be able to go into it anymore after like 10 or something. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. Figure something out. Fun times. Just found out we can get into our campground. Whew! It'll be good to get there and just get settled in and relax and sleep in tomorrow.